Still here. All right, what is it? What do you need? Can I help you? It's the least I can do. Very well. Travel safe.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean?
The Great.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the drag... I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thume, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Hrongar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
Inigo, how many sweet rolls have you eaten today?
About 5, I think. Why?
I was just curious.
Sweet rolls are irresistible.
Well, the first step to getting help is admitting that you have a problem.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Lead the way.
Hello, Lydia. We have not been properly introduced yet. My name is Inigo.
Hello? Where are you?
Over here, I am the blue thing talking to you.
The blue thing? Oh, hi. It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Are you feeling okay? You seem distracted.
What were we talking about?
I was just saying, you seem a bit distracted.
I am. I've got some fresh cabbage. I'm thinking of making some apple cabbage stew.
Okay. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Maybe I'll do turnips next. Or maybe radishes?
I hope her sword arm works better than her head. Sheesh.
Why, you...
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
So what do I call you now? Your
We
baby?
certainly are moving up in the world.
Baby pie? And watch out for Lydia, though. She seems a bit weird. I've been meaning to ask you something. Got a moment? Look, I know I'm not very good at practical things. You know, combat. I rely on you to win our battles, and I shouldn't. So I suppose I was wondering, do you think you could train me? Fantastic! Can't wait to get... Sorry, I keep meaning to give you this, since this arrangement seems to be working out all right for us so far. Oh, it's a Dwemer resonance sphere. Just something my father gave to me before I left home for when I found myself someone to travel with. When activated, it resonates with its twin, which I'll always keep on my person. That way, if we're ever separated, all you have to do is give it a rub, and we'll be able to find each other, no matter how far apart we are. Handy, right? Don't mention it. I mean, hopefully we won't have to use it very often. I'll stick to you like oh, I don't know, something sticky. Yep, that's what I'll do. Everything all right? Let's get moving.
Congratulations on becoming a Thane, my friend. You wear the title well. This place is like a sensory enema. Okay, let us get back to it.
The Greybeards are masters of the Thuum. I don't doubt they'll have the answers to the questions you must have. You alright? Nothing important.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look.
It's actually quite beautiful
I
here.
don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get low.
We will be back. This is not over.
You're a good man. We're lucky to have you watching over us.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We will find her eventually.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Take a look. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Don't forget to check it. It's not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing. Have you met my father? He's the... Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. I help my father in more ways than... This looks good. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Thanks for the business. You think all the council, Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
I do like Whiterun a lot. It would be a shame if it were completely obliterated by dragons.
Need something? I should hire you to be my... Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Out with it. Have you met my father? You have Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyfort. Plenty. I'd say the city's... But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions.
It would be a shame if it were completely obliterated by dragons.
War and valor are legendary. Yes.
Good afternoon. Ah, you're convinced that that's what you are, then? It's true, the evidence does seem to suggest that, but I think a certain degree of skepticism... Tests, not superstition. That's how we'll find out exactly. Anyway, you asked me what I know. I'm more familiar with the Cyrodiilic legends than the Nordic ones, but I'll tell you what I've read. Though some scholars on Solstheim dispute it, the first definite use of the term Dragonborn is attributed to Saint Alessia, back in the First Era. The story goes that on her deathbed, Alessia made a pact with Akatosh, who infused her with his divine blood and granted her the Amulet of Kings. Akatosh then sealed off the Plains of Oblivion, banishing the Aedra and Daedra from the surface of Nirn forevermore. Or at least, for as long as one of Alessia's descendants sat on the throne of Cyrodiil and wore the amulet. From then on, Alessia's descendants were known as Dragonborn. Of course, that line ended with the death of Martin Septim during the Oblivion Crisis. But he turned into a giant dragon and kicked Mehrunes Dagon back into the Deadlands, which seems to have confused things. Anyway, skip ahead a couple of hundred years and here you are, supposedly with that same dragon blood in your veins. The somewhat primitive Nordic myths claim that lets you absorb the soul of a dragon, which we've both seen you do, and channel it into a shout. But as far as I'm aware, no one ever saw any of the Dragonborn Emperors do that. Maybe you're related to them. Maybe the gods just like you. In any case, as I said, I have a feeling we'll find out more soon enough. Oh please, give me all the good stuff. Let me know if you need anything else. Move on. How are you doing? You have. Thank you so much. An actual dragon bow. I'll get a lot out of studying this. Here's your gold, my friend. Let me know if you need anything else. I must say, the pigmentation of your fur is quite remarkable. Is it natural?
It is, yes. Some say I am unfortunate to have been born so different, but I think I am lucky.
You certainly are. I don't suppose I could take a sample.
I am not one of your science experiments, Lucien. I am not a thing to be dissected and studied at your leisure.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I get carried away sometimes. I'll do my best.
Need something?
Always wondered if one day I'd make the pilgrimage to High Hrothgar. I've heard King will bless you if you visit each altar along the way.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again?
It's worth the trip.
Not today.
Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery. I've been to the monastery many times. Being masters of the Thu'um, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them. Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning. Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll. Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous. Be careful up there.
I know.
Honestly,
What's on your mind?
Do you ever wonder what it is all about? Life, I mean.
Sometimes. But living the way we do doesn't have a lot of time for
I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous.
Let us get back to the here and now.
Let's do this. That cave could make good shelter, provided we. Hear out whatever's inside.
How are you doing, Indigo?
All is well. You?
The effervescent.
Glad to hear it.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar. I did. Strange days when the monks will do that.
Indigo?
I wonder what it means.
I grew up in Riverhold, but I spent a lot
I
of
like
my
to spend
formative
time
years in
up here.
Citadel.
Walk
A
the
part of
steps.
me will always reside
Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way. They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not in a conversation.
From all walks of life, every race and creed mingled.
Yes?
Clean streets that glow almost white in the sun. New sights and sounds that open.
You want to do this the hard way, you can go to hell.
Where to begin? People from all walks of life, every race and creed, mingle on broad, clean streets.
I've seen my share of Tamriel, and so it begins.
No! Where to begin? People from all walks of life, every race and creed, mingle on broad, clean streets that glow almost white in the sun. New sights and sounds delight and challenge your senses at every turn. Swallows nest high in the pale walls, flitting from the crenellations to swoop and dive and play above senses alike. And watching over it all, the white gold tower stacked sentinel, an unrivaled ode to wisdom and accomplishment. Its beauty is beyond words. Ah, I do miss it.
Let's do this. Yes!
No longer this world. The same cannot be said for us.
Yes? I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Stop complaining.
Just a pilgrim.
Only another 3
I'd prefer to leave it at that,
next to
if
go.
you don't mind. Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years. Huh?
careful where you aim that thing.
I'm bloody knackered. I don't mind telling you that.
Look, a snowflake. Look, another snowflake.
Congratulations, Legs. You did it. You too, Pete. You performed well.
High Hrothgar. Finally.
Do I still have legs? I only ask because I can't feel them.
Damn it. That was a lot of steps. Do you think we have to bloody go back down them later? Oh, at least there's an inn with a nice sail waiting for me below.
What's on your mind?
It's been a long time since I've had someone I knew I could trust. Longer still since I could call them friend. I'm glad I can fight alongside you.
I'm behind you.
What is on your mind? It was quite a climb getting here. Maybe we should just slide back down. What's next?
Are you cold? I'm cold. And away we go.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. shout at us. Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here? We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny. That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination. You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro. That is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro. Your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear. Well done. Again. You learn quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
That shout looks like a quick way to end an argument.
You will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you wood, which means whirlwind. Wood. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum. Coach Master Bori. Master Wolfgar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. X. Wolf. Now it's your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes. Attend to Master Bori. Your quick mastery of a new thum is
It's bloody
astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself? No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom.
Inigo,
You are now ready for your last
tell me
trial.
more about yourself.
Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ustengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice.
Gods.
You will return.
Much room for the reality.
Yes.
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
The Dragonborn is Khajiit, like me.
Good. Then you will be ready for whatever lies ahead. Five. Our leader, Paarthurnax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him. He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
Oh, look. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot before. Please, I'd like to know.
Well, it was a nomadic life. Saw more of Tamriel in 10 years than most do in their lives, I think. And we slept under the stars most nights. Had a weapon put in my hand from the moment I could walk, really. I didn't have the luxury of learning anything if it wasn't key to survival. Still, wouldn't trade for anything. Satisfied.
Sounds like an entirely different world. I'm not sure I envy you. I've always appreciated the comforts of home.
It shows.
The Greybeards have taught you well, and you are a quick learner. Now you are louder and faster than ever. Let us go get that horn, my friend.
So,
I'm thinking the snow is pretty.
and where is it?
Let us go.
In a dungeon full of Draugr, of course. Where else would you keep a musical instrument?
Yes?
Nothing much I want to share.
Well, well, well. Dragonborn. Now with the Greybeard's seal of approval and a bunch of shiny mystical powers to boot. Do you have any idea how exciting this is for me? To be able to study the Thu'um up close and with such regularity. I must write this all up. No other scientist in Tamriel has this kind of opportunity. And we
You learn so much in only a short time. Who knows what other powers you can gain? Find whoever
Greetings. Good luck out there.
Watch out!
Yes. What is it?
Aye. Aye, I won't argue there.
Greetings. Right you are, boss. Careful!
What is on your mind? You have my full attention. Why not? Let me know when you are ready to move on. Yes, my friend. Yes. I have never been very good, though. I enjoy writing songs, but sometimes it is more fun just making up words as I go along. Improvisation keeps the mind sharp and boredom at bay. Maybe, but nothing too serious. I would rather save my proper songs for the Bard's College. For now, anyway. Well, I know it is silly, but my songs are special to me. I would rather perform them in a special place. However, if you just want me to improvise something while we are traveling, maybe I can help you out. We will see. Yes, why not? I like it. It is cold, but my heart is never warmer than it is when I am here. What do you think of Skyrim? It is very nice. I wonder if I will ever return home, to be honest. Arid badlands in the north, deep, lush forests in the south. The south is nicer from what I remember. Many good trees to climb. It is quite nice, but quite nice is not nice enough for me. If I want to climb trees, I have the rift now. The smells, the sounds, the danger. It suits me very much. It feels alive. After I quit the bandits, I came to Riften looking for a way to make coin. My partner and I found a job or two, but the real bounty was the city itself. Of course you do. You have taste and ambition. Good for thieves, not so good for everyone else. They're usually only a menace if you're rich and stupid. They have my vote, to be honest. Okay. He was my best friend. He is with the gods now, if you believe in such things. Maybe he's waiting for me in the afterlife. It is nice of you to say. I hope you are right. He always said I would make something of myself. I do not wish to prove him wrong. Yes, giving up skooma is the hardest thing I have ever done. I still feel the need from time to time, but I will not give in to temptation. Always. As soon as we were old enough to get into scrapes, we always had each other's backs. He was the finest swordsman I ever knew. He was outstanding. If his killers hadn't taken us unaware, he would have ended them all. He was called Fergus. Our parents enjoyed unusual names. Not me. Normal is boring. To think, my mother almost called me just Sargo. What an uneventful life I would have had. You are kind. Thank you. Let's talk of other things. Fair enough. Goodbye for now.
What do you need?
Come on then, Trouble.
Good morning.
Aye, a nice flagon of ale to slake my thirst. Aye? What's got you curious?
I was raised by a Nord, Brynjar. He was a bounty hunter, so I spent most of my childhood travelling Tamriel and crisscrossing Skyrim. Of course, as I go on, I'm finding there was more to it than that. The constant moving, teaching me how to live in the wilderness, training me every day to fight. I learned how to use a sword before I'd even learned how to read. For my 13th birthday, he took me on a hunting trip in the wilderness. And when I woke the next morning, he was nowhere to be found. All he'd left me was some flint, a knife, and an empty water skin. It took me 2 days to get back to civilization, but I'd learned the importance of self-sufficiency by then. I think Brynjar was running from something, and he spent my whole life teaching me how to defend myself from whatever it was. Not that he ever told me. He was always vague about his past, and even more so about mine. Always promising to tell me one day, and then dying before he ever got around to it. That run-in with the Thelma seems to have shed some light on it, though. No, I don't know much about my mother. Only that the sword I have once belonged to her, or so Brynjar told me. He also said that she was brave, and beautiful, and clever, but never anything actually useful. After his death, I took up the job of bounty hunting. It was all I knew, really, and it's led me to some interesting places. And some other years well, perhaps the less said about parts of my past, the better. It's not something worth retelling.
I think your whiskers are longer than mine. Mine are thicker, though. Taverns like this may seem friendly, but a fistfight is never far away. What is on your mind? I was getting comfortable.
Aye.
I'm ready. Let's go. Glad we're stopping. I was getting thirsty.
Make it quick.
Drink a day, if you do not mind me asking.
We're in a tavern. If you think I won't be tucking into a hot meal and a cold ale, then you're out of your mind.
Taverns like this.
How are you doing? I'll be right behind you. Come on, sit down with me for a little while. Let's chat.
The feeling's mutual, Inigo. I'm glad we're friends, you and I.
Come on, then!
You want to do this the hard way? Fine. It's done worse, I suppose.
Competent.
Come here, do your worst. I was just doing what I knew best.
What is worse in your mind than
Ah! Bother and befuddle! Stuck here! Stuck! My poor mother!
if you saw what I have seen, you would not trust
Oh,
chickens or
poor
rabbits
Cicero is stuck! Can't you see? I was transporting my dear, sweet mother! Well, not her. Her corpse. She's quite dead. I'm taking Mother to a new home, a new crypt, but... Ah! Wagon wheel! Damnedest wagon wheel! It broke. Don't you see? Oh! Oh, yes! Yes, the kindly stranger can certainly help. Go to the farm, the Lorius farm, just over there, off the road. Talk to Lorius. He has tools. He can help me, but he won't. He refuses. Convince Lorius to fix my wheel. Do that, and poor Cicero will reward you with coin. Gleamy, shiny coin.
You and I were born to live elsewhere, I reckon. This land needs us more.
This just is a funny sort of chap, if you'll pardon the pun. Should we help him, do you think?
Have you visited Rorikstead lately? No matter how harsh the winter, the crops that grow there never falter.
Hello there. I'm not unfamiliar with the dark underworld of Tamriel. And I must say,
Kaiden's not so
there's a robust
tough.
charm to
I reckon I
adventuring
can
with
take
such
him.
a notorious thief.
If he was blindfolded, that is. And tied to a chair. Ask away. Oh, yo.
I like this Lucian fellow, my friend. He may look a little flimsy, but I think he is stronger than he knows. I'm thinking that farms smell green and brown.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now? That Cicero feller? Tell me something I don't know. Crazy fool's already asked me about 5 times. Seems he's not satisfied. Why can't he just leave us alone? Pay me? You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin, and he's going to bury his mother. Mother, my eye. You could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Ain't no way I'm getting involved in any of that. What? And just who in Mara's name are you, anyway? Hmm? Come here, telling me my business. And for what? To help a fool? Look, Yes, you're right. Feller might be nutters, might not. But fact is, he needs help. I turned him away. What kind of a man am I, huh? Look, thanks. And I'm sorry for my unneighborly reaction. If you talk to Cicero, you be sure to tell him I'll be down to help soon.
You need something? Talk to my husband, Vantus Lorius. Or just Lorius.
Poor mother! Home seems so very far. You did? He has? Oh, stranger! You have made Cicero so... Here for your troubles. Shiny, clinky gold.
Excuse
Coins
me?
for your kind deed. And thank you again. Poor mother! Hmm?
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go?
Are you up this fog lift soon?
Climb and back, and we'll be off. First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim. I'm sure you already knew that.